Hey everybody, Jim with Reverb.com. We're at AES in NYC, and I'm with my boy Rob Roy from Electronaut. How are you, brother?
All right, how are you?
All right. It's hometown Chicago, West Town love. We're looking at a compressor. Why don't you give us a little walkthrough? What are we looking at?
So this is a single channel variable mu compressor. It's sort of my modern take on the Fairchild 660. I sort of mapped out all the things I thought were amazing about the Fairchild, all the things that I thought could be improved, and tried to go through each one and design out the problems and add some new functionality and better interface.
What were the problems that you identified?
Well, I think the Fairchild was a great tool for 1950s, but having a VU meter in a compressor is actually problematic in a digital environment. So this shows actually the peak and the average at the same time, and you can see exactly where your clip point would be on your digital system. So it's a much better reference. I set it up so that you can monitor the signal coming in off the input, also monitor the signal after the attenuator, and monitor the output. So you can really see what the compressor is doing. The DC threshold control, which was on the rear panel on the Fairchild, was moved to the front here because it's super useful. You can trim the detector circuit to only respond to peaks. I think that's a really useful feature. And the balancing mechanism is greatly improved. So I actually built in a harmonic distortion measurement into the unit. So when you go into balance mode, it injects a very low distortion sine wave into the input, and then filters that out and listens for the harmonic of that sine wave at the output, and displays that on the front meter. So you can just see what your distortion component is and adjust your balance until you get the minimum distortion.
What made you want to recreate it? What's the coolest thing about it?
Well, variable mu compression goes back to the 1930s. It was an amazing idea in the beginning, and Ryan Narma was really the first guy to make a variable mu that could handle anything, and it was a beautiful object, and it was a brute force kind of approach to compression, and obviously its legacy speaks for itself. I tried to preserve the things I loved about it. For example, most modern variable mu compressors are multi-stage devices. The nice thing about the Fairchild is that it's a single stage. There's almost nothing happening in the audio. The audio goes through an input transformer, a simple tube amp, and an output transformer. There's no capacitors in the signal path. There's nothing there. But in order to have this simplicity for the audio's sake, you need this very complex controlling amplifier to control and get the dynamic range control that you want out of it. So it is a bit of a brute force. Obviously, we're talking about 4 units here. It's 34 pounds, and we're talking about a single channel compressor. Yeah. So it's sort of a monster, but you can't beat the sound.
Yeah,
so.
It looks unbelievable. Just looking at the guts, how many tubes are in this thing?
Well, with the 5749 option, it can use 6386s, but the standard configuration is 14 tubes and 7 transformers. It's a beast.
It's a beast. Well, we love it. I love the look. I'm going to kind of dive into these headphones and check out how it sounds.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks.
Cheers.